We interrupt this program to bring you...
Hello everyone, Book of Alice here. Today we are going to cover TikTok conspiracy theories. Now, if you've been on TikTok for a while, you'll know that there are niches. There's crypto talk, where people are trying to sell you their brand new dank coin that will drain your college savings. China talk, where anything slanderous against the country will reduce your social credit score. And finally, conspiracy talk, my personal favorite, ranging from theories like animals at zoos are robots, to celebrities are lizard people. Yeah, these entries are pretty far out there, but they're interesting to listen to. So I wanted to dive deeper into them in this video. Consider subscribing, or just wait until the end of the video to see if you end up enjoying my content in the first place. So without further ado, let's get into these theories and see how solid they are. Mind-controlled celebrities. So you're gonna have to watch the TikTok to understand this one.
Cardi B, MK Ultra Glitch.
Involved. Y'all want to be involved so bad, but nobody asked me about no damn gift. What's good?
So is there going to be a public registry? Because I'm going to be honest with you. Take the gift card.
Watch his hands.
Fuck everybody's presents. Take the gift cards.
One,
take the gift cards.
two,
take the gift cards.
3.
Yeah, because they might put, what's that thing that was going
She's
around
back.
in the early 2000s?
I feel nervous, a little bit overwhelmed. I feel a little shaky. I don't know what's wrong with me. No, but it's good. No, it's good. You go. It's good. You look great, and you're amazing.
Basically, people think that celebrities are under some sort of hypnosis, and sometimes they snap out of it, and in order to bring them back into this mind-control trance, they have to use keywords or techniques. In Cardi B's case, that's repeating something 3 times. There's also a clip of Today's Show weather reporter Al Roker freezing up when he hears the word Holy Ghost.
I'm Savannah Guthrie alongside MacLeod and Al Roker. Will someone do the junior high hug dance? It's like this. You gotta make it real awkward.
That's exactly how
you have to have a certain amount of distance between the bodies
exactly.
in junior high.
Yes, like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost. Anyway, there is a lot of memories today, actually.
Yeah, these are pretty unsettling, but I gotta say this last one with Draymond Green is the creepiest. His face basically looks like he just witnessed a death right in front of him. Some say it's MK Ultra, claiming that they're under a contract that lets others control them. Others say it's Coke. Women's rights? More like evil capitalism. This theory comes from Micheal. She explains it super fast, so I'll try my best to break it down. Basically, in the TikTok, she explains that the 1960s women's rights movement was partially a government and corporation-backed agenda to increase the US labor force, therefore increasing profits for big corporations, because there's more money to spend. Saying that in the 1950s, it was pretty simple to provide for your family in the middle class. College was super affordable, and privately owned businesses were thriving, requiring only the man in the household to work. All I gotta say for this one is causation doesn't equal correlation. Women being granted certain rights wasn't the cause for today's student debt crisis. Things are much more complex, but hey, what are your opinions on this theory? It's got 625,000 likes, so a few people gotta disagree with me. Dora Mandela effect. Okay guys, now for the real important conspiracy theories. This shit's up there with the JFK assassination. I know some of you guys hate when I talk about Mandela effects, but this is basically 60% of conspiracy talk, so it's gotta be mentioned. This Mandela effect surrounds popsicles with character faces. You guys remember the Dora one, right? SpongeBob too? How about the Boots popsicle, her side character? Well, there was never a Boots popsicle. This is just a fan's recreation of what they remember, posted on a Reddit forum talking about it. Do you guys remember a Boots popsicle ever existing? Let me know in the comments. People vanishing in national parks. This is the TikTok that sparked my interest. On average, 270 million people visit American national parks each year, so it's not so surprising that every once in a while, people go missing, right? Well, if it's a missing for 11 case, it is. Missing for 11 cases usually have strange similarities, such as the missing person being found in an almost humanly impossible area to reach by foot, or disappearing in a blink of an eye, and if they are found, most of them have no recollection of what had occurred. Take the case of Dr. James McCrogan, for example. After landing a brand new job, he went on a hiking trip with a group of physicians. Along their trail, McCrogan decided to not take the group break and pushed forward. 20 days later, he was found dead, 16 miles away. On him was a charged phone with reception, working GPS, and minimal clothes, as his boots, sweater, and gloves were taken off for some reason. Some people blame the Native American legends, skinwalkers, wendigos, and other paranormal phenomena. These next entries about the simulation theory and Michael Jackson still being alive get pretty deep. But you know what's not a theory? Your internet privacy being at risk. That's where Surfshark VPN can help, the sponsor of today's video. If you're an avid cafe goer, traveler, or basically a social human being, Surfshark will keep you safe even on unknown public networks, because that's when a VPN can help. It encrypts your online data and keeps you safe on public Wi-Fi, allowing you to access something as sensitive as your banking details securely without having to worry. You can even get better deals as you'll avoid higher prices due to your location or device that you're using. Not only that, you can easily access and unblock streaming platforms, gaining access to different content libraries around the globe. Pick a server, connect, and you'll be good to stream all you want. Use code BOOKOFALICE for 83% off. Plus, you'll get 3 extra months for free. So go check it out. The link is in the description. Thank you Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Now let's continue. Kenneka Jenkins / There's a Cure for Cancer. I don't know why this TikTok conspiracy theory video jumped from a potential murder to a Mandela effect theory about boots, but I mainly found these two topics interesting. 19-year-old Kenneka Jenkins was found dead inside a latch freezer of the Crowne Plaza Chicago O'Hare Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois, after attending a party there on September 8, 2017. During the initial investigation, law enforcement presumed that it was an accidental death and not a murder, but as they got deeper into their investigation, people started to notice strange things, like why was the freezer open in the first place, and strange occurrences in the live stream her friends had that night. Some theorizing that her friends set her up to be killed and framed it like she got stuck in a freezer. Now, the second theory on this TikTok is that there's already a cure for cancer. This theory proposes that the only reason it's not given to the public is because Big Pharma makes more money dealing drugs and treatments than providing an actual cure. Relating this back to the TikTok, people believe that Dr. Jeff Bradstreet was on the verge of creating something extraordinary for the cancer research field, but was killed due to having too much information. Many people came to this conclusion because of his strange death. His body was found floating in a river in Georgia, found with a gunshot injury to his chest, with his family later coming out saying that there was foul play. I don't know, what do you guys think? Selling your soul. So there have been lots of TikToks that went viral based on this topic recently, but surprisingly enough, selling your soul for fame and fortune isn't such a new idea. Rumors of musicians making deals with the devil have existed since the late 1700s. In one story, a man named Giuseppe Tartini dreamed that the devil appeared and offered him a deal for his soul. Supposedly, the devil played the most beautiful song on the violin. When he woke up the next day, he wrote down the notes he had heard and created a classic. Fast forward to today, many people think that artists like Lil Uzi Vert, Playboi Carti, Jay-Z, Katy Perry, and Drake have sold their soul to achieve superstar status. That's why we see satanic / Luciferian imagery in their videos, according to this theory. We are living in a simulation. The TikTok that had me intrigued about this one was made by Antonius Official. He basically explains the simulation theory and how it's been around longer than we thought. The simulation theory proposes that everything in our current reality, like objects, feelings like pain and happiness, the ocean, is all an artificial simulation. Elon Musk made a pretty reasonable argument for this theory by pointing out our advancements in technology in such a short time span. I mean, we started off with games like Pong, made in 1978, composed of 2 rectangles and a dot. Fast forward to 2021, we have 3D realistic animations in video games, with people around the world playing simultaneously, and it's only going to get better. Soon games / simulations will become indistinguishable from reality. The Archons, how do they fit into this theory? Well, they are supposedly entities that created a false reality, according to a group of people known as the Gnostics. Gnostics believed that the false reality people lived in was some sort of hell. Keep in mind, these were an ancient group of people believing in this stuff. Animals at zoos are robots. Just watch this TikTok.
How come I've never heard anything about this? Animals in the aquarium might not all be real. And I'm sure this could also count for zoos. Now, I'm not saying every animal is fake, but I was at the aquarium the other day and there was this crab that was on a pole and it moved on a loop. And I sat there for a good while trying to figure out if I was going crazy or not. I took a video though, so check it out. Also follow my TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube for more content because it really helps me. Keeps doing like the same thing over and over, and then stopping, and then doing the same thing. I just want a video of the loop. Is it grab? Yeah, now it's doing it again.
Surprisingly enough, this has some validity to it. People have been working on marine animal animatronics to eventually replace their live counterparts. Take this dolphin for example. It's not real, it's straight up a robot. But do I think this crab in the aquarium is a robot? No. We're most likely seeing zoochosis, a phenomenon where animals repeat motions or pace back and forth when in captivity. That's why it may look like it's in a robotic loop. Dave is Michael Jackson. Now, this conspiracy theory might be a bit controversial. It's not a new theory, but it has gone viral again on the application, getting 13 million views and 3 million likes. Take a look.
Friend attending the funeral, and Dave, yes, that's his name, Dave. He was David Rothenberg. He was set on fire in 1983, suffered, as you can see, terrible scars. How old were you at the time?
I was about 7 years old at the time.
And were you in the hospital?
I was not in the hospital at the time. I was in interim, back and forth from surgery.
And what did he do for you?
Well, basically, he befriended me. He took me into his life, which is very rare for Michael to do. But he opened up his arms to me and accepted me as a very good friend of his. And throughout the years, he never let me go.
I believe that's...
This is broad daylight. So you grab the kids, they looking normal, Mike comes out, he has his disguise on, you know. So I starts laughing, because I didn't even recognize him, you know? It wasn't like he had a fake mustache, or he had a wig, or nothing.
He was definitely a master of disguise.
So as we, talking, sometimes I forget that he's supposed to be in his disguise, you know. And I keep calling him Mike. Right, and this little girl hears it, she's like, and she looks over, and I think she recognized him, like, I really think she did. So then when I realized she was peeping, then I start calling him Dave.
Do you guys find any similarities in his voice and mannerisms? Cause I definitely do in his voice, but I also acknowledge that it could just be a coincidence. And also Dave did have his own personal backstory, so this one's pretty far out there, but I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty convincing if you just take it on face value. Especially when we take into account Michael Jackson's net worth and how much power he had. He could basically get away with anything. There's also apparent footage of him getting out of the coroner's van, but I don't know how much I believe it. Take a look.
I'm going to have to put on my fucking double seeing glasses because I can't even begin to see the amount of
Yeah, I'm gonna call BS on this. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next week. Consider subscribing too. I don't know. Later.